Hi, everybody, and welcome to Jennifer's Open Book, where we don't believe in filters. We are going to be discussing sending our kids back to school in the midst of a pandemic. And I have comedian See No Evil with me. Before we start our discussion, if you haven't already done so, hit your subscribe button, your like button, share this video, and leave comments. Also, go check out some of my other videos and let me know what you think. So, Zev, say hi.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope your week went well. Whenever you receive this, hope you're in good health and keeping that grill covered.
So, so there are three things that I want to talk about, and probably one will probably run into the other. The first is um, I want to talk about government officials and what they're saying and what they think about sending our children, back to school. And then I want to talk about how you feel about it. How we feel about sending our children back to school. And there was one more point that I lost, but it'll come back to me later. So first we're gonna talk about these government officials. So I'm gonna start off by saying I know for sure that there was one governor, and it was on national news. He said that the children are gonna go back to school. They're gonna get COVID, and they'll get over it. He actually used those words. They'll get over it, and he also said that they're not going to the hospital. They're going home. Where I am, the governor was like, shut the schools down. But there are some, I know in the district that I'm in, they just said that they were only doing distance learning, but there are districts around us that are opening up the schools. And I know for sure that uh, a school opened up this past week and a child tested positive for COVID while they were in, while school started up, so they had to shut that
Nice try.
down. Of course. There are
And
also some
here,
districts. There are districts that are giving you the option of sending your children to school for 2 days a week and keeping them home. And some are just saying, keep your kids at home. So, have you heard anything different from any other government official? Oh, one more thing. I also was hearing about government officials, the president, in fact, saying that if the schools didn't open up, that funding was going to be pulled from those districts, which is pretty bad because they still need funding so that all of the children can have internet access and so that everybody can have a computer and everything. But yeah, have you heard anything similar?
first of all, he's your president, not mine. Uh, Number two, in my state, the governor said if Home Depot and Walmart could be open, then schools should be open.
Wow.
But then he changed his mind. I guess after they threatened to put him in a meat grinder, I'm not sure. But now he's saying, yeah, yeah, I can learn from home. Oh yeah, and I think another check is coming. So,
I think if they put as much energy into finding a cure and maybe a vaccination for the pandemic as they put into issuing out checks, we'd probably be good. I know
but they,
some people are happy with that money, but I know I for one would rather have be safe than have that money. You know what I mean?
yeah, but people were saying if they come out with a vaccination, you probably shouldn't get it.
And yeah, I'm one of the, I said a vaccination, but I'm one of those people. Me and my mom had this discussion. I told her I'm not going to be jumping in line to get a vaccination. I'm probably would not probably. I would definitely have to wait and see how it affected other people.
Yeah,
Um, but to see the thing about the vaccinations, I'm always on the fence about it because they have really bad side effects, but at the same time, it's almost like you're kind of scared not to get them or give them to your kids because you don't want your kids to get sick. So, like I said, I have to see how it affects somebody else before I start letting them give me or my child anything.
It's a catch-22.
So, they sent out a survey. I don't know if everybody got this survey, but there was a survey this summer asking parents' opinions about whether or not we should send our children back to school. I just remember my other point, and I'll get to it. But my issue, so I was really, I had a hard time with this survey because it was like, well, do you want your child to um, have distance learning 5 days a week, or would you like for them to come in 2 days a week and distance learning 3 days a week, which makes no sense to me because if they could go to school 2 days a week, they can go to school, and you really don't want them in there. The reason why I was torn is because I am blind with a sighted child, and there are things that I know that I can't necessarily give her that a teacher can, and I want her to get everything she needs. So I found myself having to choose in between my child's education and my child's health. And that was really stressful. You have 3 kids. Are you having to deal with any of that?
Yeah, I have all three of my kids are sighted, and of course I'm blind. The they all are gonna get schooling at home. They, the first two know how to use a computer, get their learning via internet, and the little one, he hasn't even made it to. He's only 3, so he's not in anything yet. We were putting him in Head Start, but since school is going to be shut down, there's still daycares open, as in early learning centers and stuff like that. They're still open, and we have the option to send him, but that's not what I want to do.
I mean, that would
So
be just as bad as sending them to school.
right, and honestly, those little snot nosed kids get each other sick on a regular day.
My
So
listen, my child has not been sick since she got out of school, so I blame other people's kids.
exactly. I mean, they still send them with their little snot noses and boogers running down their shirt and all that stuff, and the other kids play with them and get sneezed on and don't even know what's really happening. And no, we're not doing that.
So
So
a lot of the issue too is a lot of what parents are thinking about is that they have to go back to work on and they don't have anywhere for their children to go while they're
right,
at work.
right, because everybody
So
can't stay home with their kids,
right, and everybody can't afford daycare either.
right? Because
So
they, 'cause
that
there's no job. Your job is probably shut down at the time.
and as of right now, I don't have that problem. I can stay home with my child, but again, my issue is her getting what she needs. And I'm actually communicating with my daughter's school, and I would recommend any of my blind or visually impaired parents, if you are struggling with this issue. I know that a lot of their apps and the website is not very accessible where I am. I'm in Nevada, and it's not very accessible. So definitely communicate with your child's school. I started communicating with her school in May. I called that school to see what they were going to do, and they hadn't made the decision whether to do distance learning. But I've been keeping in touch with them. I just spoke to someone last week, and the teachers are going to be back at work on Wednesday. So I'm hoping that I hear from her teacher before Friday. They start on the 24th. Um, and I'm going to talk more about that. I'm going to let you guys know I'm putting a link in the comments, and I'm also going to post it on Facebook. But there's going to be a blind parents meeting on Zoom on Friday. It's for the parents of Nevada, but even if you're just a blind parent and you're looking for some tips or just want to discuss what's going to happen with your children, whether they're blind or sighted, it would be good for you tune in and chime in. We welcome all comments and everything. So I'm gonna post that link so that you guys can join us on Friday. Okay. So
Cool.
you have a child in pre-K. So my daughter was in pre-K when they shut the schools down. Pre-K is not hard because they pretty much learn while they play. You get them something educational. You can. I even made flashcards because the Braille flashcards are expensive. So I bought some regular flashcards with the pictures and the words on it from Walmart, and somebody just kind of went through them with me, and I put Braille on them. So we did stuff like that. But when you get into kindergarten and the higher grades, it's more structured learning. And again, this is a concern for, I'm going to say, even the sighted parents are having concerns about the distance learning. Their concerns might be a little bit more different than ours, but we want to know how our children are going to get their education, because if you're anything like me, teaching is not my ministry. That's not what I do. I never wanted to be a teacher, and I don't even know how to teach. Okay, I
Go to
do what
school
I
for that.
can. We play, and I buy educational toys and everything, but it's not my thing. And again, I wanted to start teaching my daughter how to read. I could teach her how to read Braille, but that's not going to help her because she's not blind.
Mm-hmm.
And I have, a little bit of support, but I don't have as much as I would like to have. I like for somebody to be on her. I need for somebody to be on it and make sure she's ahead of the game right now, and I want her to stay that way. I don't want her to fall behind just because her mom can't see. So again, we need to come up with some solutions for these. And again, I say communicate with your school district, talk to the teachers, talk to the principal. I'm talking to the principal and everything. I'm on
Got
everybody.
to start from the bottom.
Right, right. So I think I covered like I didn't say what the third point was, but I got to it.
Yeah.
But it's the what's really hard is, like I said, having to choose in between your child's health and your child's education. I'm really big on education, but what's the education if you got a sick child?
He wanted to throw them straight in the fire. And do you know they reported on the news that 45 over there said that his grandkids are not going back to school. They're gonna be learning from home, but he willing to throw all our kids out there, right?
Right, right.
Talking about he wasn't gonna fund the schools. How about when we get you out of office, we ain't gonna fund you. How about
If
that?
everybody thought that way, it would be awesome. Just like nothing that has his name on it. Just he would definitely go bankrupt messing around with me. That would definitely be
He'll
what
be
he
like
does.
that little ant running around under your shoe. Hey, is anybody listening to me? Hey.
The thing about it is, like, he has enough money to invest it in other places. He's never gonna be broke. He's never gonna be broke. He's never gonna understand. He's one of those people you can't talk to, like talking to a brick wall. So yeah, everybody go
Mhm.
vote in November. Make sure you guys vote.
Vote, vote. Not telling you what to do, but I'm sick of this one.
Right? This has not been a fun 4 years for me. I've not enjoyed it. And this last year has been awful for everybody. And I'm not blaming everything on him, but I'm just saying. I'm
Yeah.
just saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah. If you haven't heard it already, get the annoying orange out of there.
Not the annoying orange. But do you have anything else to say on this topic?
um, keep your kids at home. I mean, they swear the kids won't get it, but there's
That's
nine year
not true. That's not
nine
true.
year old child just passed away down here from COVID. So my uncle just passed away from COVID. It's a lot going on. So keep yourselves. If you don't have to go, stay in the house. There's Universal Studios and the theme park still open in Orlando. I mean, you can only be so safe. Right now, it's just a time where you need to stay your tail in the house. Okay. If you feel the need to get on a ride, buy a trampoline. If you want to get in some water, use the water. Don't leave your house.
People are going stir crazy sitting in the house. I'm one of those people. I get a little nuts sitting around. But if you have to go out, like cover up your face, be safe, and like do it for you, do it for everybody that you're gonna be around, do it for your kids, do it for other people's kids. I had an issue with a lady not too long ago, and she didn't have on a mask, and we did, but she was like way too close to me and my daughter, and my concern is getting my daughter out of the way.
Yeah.
She's my main concern. And please don't. I'm just gonna look. I was just like, I'm just gonna go in the house because
Right.
I will fight you about my child. I will. I forget. I can't see and be all over you about my kid. So yeah, if like he said, stay in the house.
I would have
He
just
said,
slipped her a note. I would have asked her for her phone number and sent her a text. Be like, look, girls got cooties and you may have COVID, so back up.
stay. Yeah, I'm glad we made it out of that. So anyway, yeah, you guys, like I said, tune in to the Zoom meeting on Friday and let us know what you think. It's a blind parents meeting, so this is specifically for us because we have different type of issues. However, if you can see and you have any suggestions, we welcome sighted, blind, whoever, as long
I was
as
about
you
to say
have positive feedback, you have good suggestions. We don't want anything negative. We want to be productive. Our kids are starting school this month, and we're trying to figure out the best way for them to get their education. So, like I said, I'm gonna leave the link in the comments, and I'm also gonna post them on Facebook, on my Facebook page, and I'm gonna post it on Instagram as well. So, you guys join us. If there's nothing else, tell them where to find you, Zeph.
well, you can find me on any social media platform: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. Everything is under the same name, comedian See No Evil. Sorry, didn't drop enough jokes tonight, but this is kind of a serious matter when it comes to your seeds. Uh, yeah, you can go ahead and check out my material. Um, warning, some of it may be adult only, but yeah, go ahead and check that out. It's always in good taste. So follow me.
He also has a gaming page on YouTube that's funny.
Yeah, yeah, I do post my gaming up there. I'm on PlayStation, playing different video games, and I do have a spoof series of videos that will make you laugh. So yeah, check that out also. Everything is under Comedian See No Evil on each platform. So yeah. Oh, and make sure you
And
check
what?
out Jennifer's other platforms too. Very
I was
smart
about to
girl.
give them that. So,
Mm.
you guys
Wait,
find
wait.
me here on
Hold on.
YouTube. Wait,
No.
wait, wait,
No.
wait.
For everyone who's going to comment on this video, encourage her to do cooking videos. Thank you.
I'm gonna do more cooking videos. I'm actually gonna do one this week, I think. Um, but you guys find me here under Jennifer's Open Book, and you can also find me on Instagram under Jennifer's Open Book, JINNERFER apostrophe S Open Book, and on
It's not spelled
Facebook under
right.
Jennifer. Shut up. On
That's not how you
Facebook
spell Jennifer.
on Facebook under Jennifer Janelle,
Uh-uh.
JINNERFER
Uh-uh.
JINNELLE.
No, no
Doesn't
double
matter
underscore
how
for
it's
you.
spelled.
Nope. Nope.
So you guys can find me in those places. I encourage you to leave comments here. If you're seeing this video on Instagram, because I always post myself on Instagram too, leave me comments in there. And if you want to get in touch with me, inbox me in either of those places. If you have something interesting that you want to talk about, I welcome everybody. I will bring you on here and talk to you. So again, subscribe, like, comment, check out some of my other videos. Go check out Comedian See No Evil. Until the next time, I love you. Bye.